Okay, hello everyone. Let us begin our today's session with a small prayer to Mahaganpati. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatim Bhavamahe Kavim Kavinamupamasravastamam Jayasarajam Brahmana Brahmanaspata Anasranvannotibhi Sadhanam. Om Ganganadipataye Namaha. Okay, so today we'll begin our session, which is very important topic for which is used in medical astrology, and that is the study of nakshatras with respect to body parts. And this is very significant in terms of determining your disease to various body parts or ailments or permanent defects to the human body parts. Now herein we actually divide the whole nakshatras, all 27 nakshatras, into, and we attribute each nakshatra into a one part of human body, and we imagine the whole nakshatra as a nakshatra purush. So starting from Ashwini, as you know, the Shayan chakra, the Niryan chakra starts from Ashwini, Ashwini, Bharni, Kritika, Rohini, and it ends in Revati. So starting with the, if you attribute the first nakshatra to the head and go on to all the body parts, and in the end it comes to souls in the Revati. Revati is very pious sign. It contains the soul of the human body, and soul is the one that actually guides the human to the correct path, and it's a significator of Bhagwan Vishnu. As we No, exactly. If you have to attribute each part of the body to a nakshatra, from the nakshatra purush perspective, that is, if we take the reference as the Ashwini, we see that all the nakshatras in the head portion, they come from 1 to 8. First one being head. So the Ashwini nakshatra corresponds to the head, Bharni corresponds to the forehead, the Kritika to the eyebrows, Rohini to eyes, Mrigashira to nose, the Ardhara nakshatra covers the face portion, the Punarvasu is for ears, and Pushya is for the lips and the chin. As we go further down, we see the 12th nakshatra is neck, 13th is chest, 14th is breast, 15th stomach, 16th is the right trunk, 17th the left trunk, 10th is the left hand, 11th is the fingers, 11th fingers, and 9th is the right hand. So we have to remember this order actually, like this order, like the nakshatras that have been written on the right hand side, they are with reference to the nakshatra purush, taking the Janma nakshatra as the Ashwini, which is a standard reference. But in order to apply it in your chart, you have to count it from your Janma nakshatra. And now going further down, we see the 18th nakshatra is back. 19th nakshatra is the waist, 20th nakshatra is the genitals, 21st nakshatra is the anus, 22nd is right thigh, 23rd is left thigh, 24 is shins, 25 is ankles, 26 is the upper feet, and 27th nakshatra is the sole. If we take the reference of the nakshatra purush, then these are in the order as it is written in the right hand side. Jeshta is for back, then Mula is the waist, and finally ending into the Revati, which is the souls. Now these 27 nakshatras, they are part of the nakshatra purush body. Okay, now we have to study these 27 nakshatras, their properties, if they their and the planets that exist in the natal chart in these nakshatras, to study, to find out if there is any ailment or any defect in these body parts. So that's how we go. In the rules, we see we have to start counting from our Janma nakshatra, because that's for the reference purpose. Okay, so starting with your Janma nakshatra, you have to attribute each nakshatra from 1 to 27 to each body part as it is there in the previous slides. So you have to see what all nakshatras have been occupied by naturally benefic planets like Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Moon, moon only in the increasing part, that is in the Sukla Paksha, it is considered to be benefic. So if any nakshatra has these planetary influence from benefics, then you see those body parts are generally very strong, and you feel a lot of energy in those body parts. On the contrary, if you see Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Sun, Mars, these malefics, or a decreasing moon over there, you will find that those nakshatras are very weak, and you occasionally get cramps or some kind of problem or some kind of defect in those body parts. And sometimes if those defects are not from the birth, then at the time when certain transit triggers some activity, you'll see that those body portions, they are affected. Same these things can be applied with other transit techniques like Veda, Latta, and planetary aspects of malefics on these nakshatras, to study if there is any discomfort or ailment to those body parts. Now, once you are aware of what is causing this problem, like which nakshatra is giving this issue, we can propitiate these nakshatras by mantras, or by donation, or by doing japas, to basically propitiate these nakshatras so that it strengthens that in your chart. Now we'll see how we apply these rules to some of the examples. So this is the famous chart of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. We have already seen in our previous video. He's Aquarius ascendant and moon is in Swati. So we have to make the nar chakra from taking Swati as the reference. So Swati rules the head, and then we go on till the souls, till the 27th nakshatra, that is Chitra. And the event that we are going to study was on 28th July 1982, when he was shooting a film. He got fatal accident on that day, and it was very fatal that he has to be on bedridden for several months. The spleen was ruptured, and during that time he was running Saturn Mahadasha and Mars Pratyantar Dasha, Mars Antardasha and Saturn Pratyantar Dasha, that was running from 25th of May 1982 to 30th of July 1982, and the spleen was ruptured, that is on the left trunk of the body. And you see, this is the nar chakra. In short, I've just put just the nakshatra and the planet that has been occupied over there. Like in head, you see moon. Then the left hand is Ketu. Fingers is in Lagna, that is Purabhadra. Then the left trunk is Rohini, and that is occupied by Saturn. Now, he doesn't have, I don't think he has anything right from birth, but during Saturn Mahadasha, Saturn Pratyanta Dasha, something triggered, and because of that, he got such a fatal accident, and caused that caused the spleen to rupture, that is in the left trunk of the body. Now, now the thing is, this transit effect, the transit on that day was was also playing a key role, because that was not very good transit. The Lagna Lord Saturn was transiting the 22nd Rakshana from the Lagna. So transit also added in the whole episode. But overall, you see the Rohini Nakshatra being occupied with Saturn. That's clearly the reason for such an accident on that day. Now we'll apply it on another famous chart of Sri Mahatma Gandhi. He is Libra ascendant and moon is in Asresha Nakshatra. So we have to take Asresha as the reference, and assign each body part, starting with head till the soles in the Pushya Nakshatra. You see here, the head is attributed to the Asresha Nakshatra, that contains moon, and the soles contains the Rahu. Probably because of this, he used to walk a lot. Then, going by all this rule, you finally come to the Shravan Nakshatra, that contains Ketu, and that denotes the breast region. Now, Ketu is something very sharp, very sudden, a very small weapon that actually hit into his breast region, and that is something like a bullet. So on that fateful day, Shravan was very afflicted. Now it is afflicted right in his birth chart also, but there is no defect in his chest or breast region from birth. But on that day, you see, this is the transit of that day. You see, Shravan Nakshatra was having Latta from Kritika and Jeshta Nakshatra, and they both are containing Rahu and Jupiter, and also it is getting Graha Drishti from Aslesha Nakshatra, that is having Saturn. So all these regions, and also it is occupied by Badakesh Surya, and Badakesh is the one that is triggering the whole event. So, and when he died, he said the last word as "Hey Ram." Ram uh, is attributed to sun, and that actually caused him the moksha. And on the final day, so that's the transit analysis of that day. That was 30th January, I think, 1948. And you see how this affliction to a particular nakshatra can denote that body part could be destroyed to uh, it can lead to total destruction of the native. And that's how we can study it in several charts. And this chakra has been very useful in identifying diseases or afflicted portions in medical astrology. We can do various remedies for each nakshatras. There are several remedies that have been mentioned in shastras for this purpose. We will take up some time in future video to come up with various remedies, and we'll list all of them in our next video. Okay, so till then, thank you very much. Goodbye.